They said cheap meals can't cost more than money, but Kunle never believed it until the night he sat at the corset table. Kunle's stomach growled so loud it embarrassed him as he walked down Yaba Road that night. The air was thick with pepper and fried meat. Golden wisps of stew aroma floated from a buka ahead, dragging him closer. He stepped inside. Smoke, sweat, and noise filled the room. Traders shouted, mechanics licked oily fingers, conductors argued over soup. Kunle searched for a place to sit. Every table was crowded, men eating hungrily, students rushing plates, but in one lonely corner, a table sat empty. Everyone avoided it as though cast. Kunle thought to himself, everywhere done full, but at least this one free. Tired and desperate, Kunle sat. The food arrived, steaming amala with begiri and stew. He ate quickly, not noticing Iyalake's eyes on him. Iyalake smiled softly. Enjoy your meal, my son. Behind the counter, Iyalake stirred her pot. Her lips curled into a smile, warm yet unsettling. In the flicker of lantern light, her eyes glowed, faintly red. Kunle leaned back, satisfied. The buka was noisy, but his corner was strangely quiet. On the wall beside him, his shadow stretched unnaturally long. That night in his hostel bed, Kunle's body twitched. Sweat gathered on his brow. The room grew heavy. He murmured, "At least now I can sleep well." But instead of rest, his spirit drifted. He stood in a smoky kitchen, pounding yam until his arms shook. All around him, enslaved souls washed endless plates, stirred giant pots, carried trays of steaming food. Faint chains glowed on their wrists. At the far end, Iya Alake sat on a dark throne, eyes burning red, counting money. Kunle shouted in terror, "What is this?" He woke with a scream, his body drenched in sweat, arms aching like he truly pounded yam. Panting, he whispered, "No, it was just a dream, but why do I feel pain?" The next night, it returned. This time he carried trays of hot food, his back bent, legs shaking. Spirits shuffled beside him, faces hollow. He tried to drop the tray, but it clung to his hand. He strained, crying, I can't do this again." Another night came, and still it returned. Kunle stirred a giant smoky pot, his arms trembling, sweat pouring. The spirits whispered around him, and at the back, Iyalake smiled silently. A distant voice rang calm. "You belong to me now." By day, Kunle grew pale and weak, yet he still returned to the buka, stubborn, angry. He sat again, eating hard, ignoring the signs. Iyalake watched him, a smile sly. Defiantly, he muttered, "Dream or no dream, food is food." In class, Kunle could barely hold his pen, his eyes hollow, his body frail. Tade leaned close, worried. "Kunle, you dey sick. You look like person wey fight lion." Weakly, Kunle replied, I, I work at night, not in this world." That night his strength broke. In the hostel corridor, Kunle collapsed. His friends rushed to lift him, panic filling the air. Faintly he whispered, "Don't let me sleep. If I sleep, I will pound till morning." He was rushed to a nearby hospital. Doctors tested him under harsh fluorescent lights. Every test came back clear, yet his body behaved like a man who labored all night. One doctor muttered in frustration, "Medically, he is fine, but look at him, this boy is fading." Kunle lay weak, restless, eyes hollow, struggling even to rest as though his spirit still walked in that smoky kitchen.